Hello guys, this is Malik, and today a lot of my comments have been saying like you should do a video where he's picking out a book. You should do a video where like you explain how to catch the fish and what type of day is good for them. So first I'm going to start off with the bass. With our little guest here. Speechless. Alright, so this, so for bass, I just prefer to use a worm, like any kind of worm. Texas rig usually catches like a lot of bass, just a nice and easy way. And then, but also a shaky head is awesome too. A drop shot is awesome. But this, if you just want to go out and have fun, this is really fun to use. So this is really easy to use and it's good. One second. Yeah, be quiet, Sam, okay? Okay. So obviously this wouldn't be the color I'd go to. It'd be like a green pumpkin or something. But also, if you want to catch the smallmouth bass, alright, I'm going to go to the smallmouth bass right now. Second species is the smallmouth bass. Smallmouth bass. To catch the big smallmouth bass, I'd use a shaky head because that's what I caught my personal best. It was like around 4 or 5 pounds. But to just go out and catch, you can still catch like big ones on this. It's a drop shot with just a little worm on there, little shaky head worm. That works really well, and you can still catch big ones on it, but I just prefer to catch the bigger ones. You're probably going to want to use the shaky head. And now I'm going to move on to the pickerel. So now we're going to move on to the pickerel, which tend to be fishing. You should go fishing out on a cloudy, overcast day like this. That's a good day to go out, and a good bait, the spinner bait, just a little of it. I've had a lot of good luck on this. These also are great for bass. And they're really good, and just the pickerel. It's a good bait for the pickerel. And I'm going to actually show you what a smallmouth and largemouth day is a good day for fishing. It looks like this. So now we're going to move to the trout. Now trout are my absolute favorite fish to catch. They're so good to eat. They're such good fighters. And they're just amazing. So for the brook trout, rainbow trout, and brown trout, I'd use worms in the rivers. Like in streams, but in rivers or lakes, I'd use like spinners or something like that. But worms are much easier to catch the trout on. For lake trout, I'd use if they're up shallow, really early in the winter, I'd use a crankbait. Like a deep diving crankbait or a jerkbait, or in more of the summertime, I'd use a big spinner, and like a trout spinner, not a bass spinner, and it just catches them and just troll it along the bottom, or you can if you're really wanting to catch the big trouts, the big lake trout, you'd want to you could do a jig too with big jigging rods and all that stuff. So that's for the trout. And now we're going to move on to salmon. For salmon and trout, they're very similar. So worms for the littler ones, but for the bigger ones, spinners. A lot of people use salmon eggs is a great one. Live fish is good. Little purple jigs are really good too. Spinners, I think I already said that, but I don't know, are good. And all that fun stuff. And now we're going to move on to the panfish. Now, the panfish. I love catching panfish, and you know my brother is the absolute king of catching panfish. So for panfish, there's two baits I'd use. Worms for the yellow perch, sunfish. But for the crappie, I'd use actually some little worms, like maybe 6 inches on a drop shot, or some jigs, like little tiny jigs. Those are really good too. And a good fishing day for them, good fishing day for them, for the panfish is really like any day. I just had a little difficulty. I accidentally shut the camera off. But it's really any day, but what I prefer is kind of a day like this. As you can see, similar to the bass. But anyways, this is actually what a trout day and a salmon day would you probably want to look for right now. Now that's really all I have for today. And give a big thumbs up, and I always love to read comments, so please give some comments and subscribe. Please, please, please help my channel a lot. And if you just give me more ideas, and I'm trying to get videos out as fast as possible. It's just been so tough because of school and just it's been hard. So sorry guys, but I'll try to do the best I can. The weekend's coming up, so I'll be able to get a lot of videos in there. In a few videos, like 1 or 2. And until then, I'll see you guys next time, and bye.